Have you ever wondered how the cataclysmic events of World War I altered the course of global economics? How did a conflict so devastating and widespread shape the financial landscape of the 20th century? The end of World War I in November of 1918 was met with a collective sigh of relief. Yet the aftermath was anything but tranquil. The world, especially Europe, was left in shambles. Industries were destroyed, economies decimated, and millions of lives lost. The immediate post-war period was marked by significant economic disruptions, with many European nations grappling with high levels of debt, inflation, and unemployment. In the face of such adversity, nations scrambled to rebuild. They sought to repair their shattered economies and restore some semblance of normality. However, the cost of war had left them heavily in debt. Borrowing had been necessary to finance the war efforts, but now it was time to pay up. The burden of debt was immense, creating a ripple effect throughout the world economy. Adding to the economic strain was the Treaty of Versailles, signed in June 1919. Germany, labeled as the aggressor, was slapped with hefty reparations. The treaty demanded that Germany pay billions in damages, a burden that further strained an already fragile global economy. The reparations crippled Germany, leading to hyperinflation and economic instability. The 1920s, known as the Roaring Twenties, were a period of relative prosperity, especially in the United States. Yet beneath the surface, economic troubles were brewing. The reparations imposed on Germany continued to strain the global economy. Speculative bubbles grew in various sectors, notably in the U.S. stock market. These bubbles, when they burst, would plunge the world into the Great Depression of the 1930s. The onset of the Great Depression marked one of the most severe economic downturns in history. High unemployment, bank failures, and a sharp reduction in global trade characterized this period. The economic challenges that had been building since the end of World War I had finally culminated in a global crisis. In retrospect, World War I marked a significant shift in global economic power. Europe, once the center of world finance, was left devastated by the war. In contrast, the United States, relatively unscathed by the conflict, emerged as a major industrial and financial force. The war accelerated the US's rise to economic prominence, a position it continues to hold today. In conclusion, World War I had profound and far-reaching effects on the global economy. The immediate aftermath saw countries dealing with enormous debt, inflation, and unemployment. The Treaty of Versailles and its reparations further strained the world economy. These challenges, coupled with the speculative bubbles of the 1920s, led to the Great Depression. Finally, the war marked the shift of economic power from Europe to the United States. World War I, a conflict that ended over a century ago, continues to shape our economic landscape today.